Okay, hello Geminian. So the first thing I got with this energy is like someone's a cross-dresser. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting. Either this is you or this is someone that you're dealing with. Someone's a cross-dresser. So I don't know if you're commenting on that, or I don't know why that's relevant, but someone cross-dresses. Okay, so someone is, it's either a very feminine guy or like a very masculine woman. So someone's a tomboy or someone's a cross-dresser. I don't know why that's relevant. That's like exactly, that's the message that I'm getting from your reading. Somebody cross-dresses. Okay, Six of Swords. Yeah, you're like, okay, whatever. All right, so first of all, I feel like, I don't know, okay, that message is kind of irrelevant to me. I feel like you're getting over something or you're moving on. I just kind of feel like you're moving on from a conversation, or you're moving away from people who just talk about stupid shit, or they just talk about irrelevant things. I feel like somebody's always talking about something that's irrelevant. I feel like you're literally moving or relocating to get away from someone. Now, the Six of Swords, you don't have to be relocating to a different state. You could be moving like down the road or around the corner. If you already live in an apartment building or you have a roommate, I feel like you're relocating. You're switching roommates. If you have a roommate in college, I feel like you're asking to be transferred to somebody else's room, or you could be asking to be transferred to a different floor. I just kind of feel like you want to get away from someone. You want to distance yourself. You just feel like someone's irrelevant, or you just feel like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like you just feel like somebody you don't like their conversation. You don't like being around them. You just feel like somebody is a non-factor. I just kind of feel like you're moving away. I don't know, maybe for peace of mind, or you're just moving away from someone that you feel is a waste of time, or you don't like being around someone. Okay. You don't like being in somebody's presence. You just don't like being around them. I feel like this is like a roommate situation. Yeah, so either you're transferring, or you're moving up around the corner, moving floors or something like that. But I do see you transferring somewhere. You could be transferring jobs, moving to a different sector. You could be just moving in a different direction. I feel like you're growing apart from someone. You and this Leo could be growing apart slowly. You feel yourself growing apart from this person. Especially like in conversation. I feel like this, when you have conversations with this person, you feel very distant. There's a disconnect. You just feel like you're drifting in conversation. I feel like your mind wanders like a lot. This person has a hard time keeping your attention. I just kind of feel like their conversation is kind of weak, or their conversation is just, it could be very just bland, base. It's not really about anything. I just kind of, maybe somebody just talks about irrelevant things, or somebody talks about sexuality way too much for you, depending on what their sexuality is, their sexual preference. I feel like somebody just kind of talks in circles. Okay, so I just kind of feel like you're moving away from this person in a spiritual sense, in a psychological sense. I feel like it's just kind of happening psychologically. You're realizing that you don't really have a lot in common with this person. There's not really much to talk about. I feel like the conversations are forced, or what they talk about you can't really relate to. So I'm just getting like, this reading seems very blah. I just kind of feel like this is like the relationship that you have with someone. It's like very blah. It could be very just boring, just irrelevant. I feel like you get nothing from conversing with someone. There's no connection here. You just feel totally out of it when you're around them. I feel like I said, I feel like your mind wanders a lot. You're thinking about 101 other things. You could be thinking about somebody else entirely. I feel like too, you want to stop doing something. So I feel like if you were doing something with this Leo, you don't want to do this anymore. This could be cross-dressing. It could be, what is it called? This could be like if you were like a drag queen or something like that. I kind of feel like you want to go in a different direction. Maybe you don't want to cross-dress anymore. Maybe you don't want to be gay anymore. I don't know. It's like, I feel like there's something that you don't want to do anymore with this person. You want to do something else, or you want to be yourself. I kind of feel like you've been putting on an act because you want this friend, you want someone to like you, but I feel like every time you have a conversation with them, you drift. It just seems like you're not there, or it just seems like you're trying really hard. Yeah, okay. But I feel like you're moving. I feel like you're relocating. You're not going to be around somebody anymore. I feel like this is just happening naturally. I feel like you're just you guys are going in two separate directions. Okay, it's just not meant to be. Something's not meant to be. I feel like you are going to transfer somewhere else by what, either this is a job or it could be a roommate situation. You're going to be leaving and they're going to be staying. I just kind of feel like you belong somewhere else. The universe is going to put you somewhere else, maybe around people who have more in common than you, but you're leaving a situation because you don't belong there. You're just going to be moving or moving up or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of feel like it's happening naturally. You're naturally being separated from someone because you don't belong there. Okay.